When you tear out a man's tongue, you are not proving him a liar. You're only telling the world that you fear what he might say. George R.R. Martin, A Clash of Kings. Good evening or morning for some people, everybody. So I thought I would do something because I've been seeing it in a lot of people's videos about the YouTube Purge happening. So I figured I'd go ahead and do a video about maybe if you kind of want to stay on YouTube still, what you need to do to your existing videos and your future videos. And yeah, if you still get sued for up to $40,000, well, it's your turn to fight the system, I guess. But if you just want to go away and have people follow you, well, there's a couple of different places to go. If you like to live stream, or if you just like to upload videos, or if you want to do both, what it entails, how it will follow you, how it might follow you, and just other things. Hi Ryan. Hi Nathan. How's it going? All right, so I'll do my usual stick. I work with full disclosure and transparency, so and everything's for free, everything's for the public. You don't have to pay any money for it at all. You can donate $0. I'll still do what I do as long as I can. You're not going to get extra content or special content if you pay some sort of like monthly thing or something like that. Nope, everything, no matter what, is available for use. So if you want to go ahead and make money off any of my content, great, go ahead and do so. Maybe pitch in a little, give me a little bit of donations if you make a lot of money off of it, but oh well. Bitcoin and Vertcoin, I usually would like people to donate via those two, even if the prices go down. I've received $0 over 18 months since I had those addresses. You can look at the Blockchain Explorer to see all the transactions. These two transactions, I got money out of Patreon to give to Susie Dawson when she needed it. And like, it's a little slow today, huh? Well, we'll wait for that to hurry. Vertcoin, there's been no transactions. Let me try refreshing it one more time. Nope. Okay, that's slow. Oh, there it goes. So you can see that's up to date. First video of the month. Everyone who donates via Google Super Chat or PayPal.me, and that's been around since September 22nd, 2019. First video of the month. Of course, you can see yesterday's video. No, 2 days ago, my video was the first day of the month, and just disclosed how much it was for that month and for total since I've been doing all of this. And if you don't have any money, you can go ahead and prove Globe Earth and get $15,000 from Zen Garcia. You can see someone else having done that, except they didn't get their $15,000, so it should make you go, You can also always join me on Zoom. The Zoom meeting link is right there. You just click on it. It installs on your smartphone or your computer or whatever you have. If you just want to call and you don't have a smartphone, you have a dumb phone. Dumb phones are good. You can just dial in and it's all toll free. And let's see. Oh, just join Zoom meeting. I'm sorry. The Flat Earth People Finder at zoomtruth.com. Go there. I'm finally able to start working on it, and I'm gonna fix a few bugs. One of the bugs that is, if you forget your password and you need to reset it, well, unfortunately, you get an email with a new password, but you can't use that password. So that's one of the bugs that I'm gonna fix first. A couple of other things. So now let me switch on over to just you guys and just talk for a little bit. Let's see. Nathan Fowler says, yes, Owen Benjamin got banned on YouTube today. He made a DLive account called Owen Benjamin Comedy. Okay, it's a good way to spread the word. Go on to people's YouTube and tell people. Hey Ryan, how you doing? Move to Twitch like most people. Twitch is a good option. I think everything that's going on with YouTube is going to follow towards Twitch. We'll just have to see let's see, Eagle playing Anchor. I don't think the individual gets sued. I think YouTube gets sued or fined by FCC, maybe. A lot of people aren't sure. There's the video channel that I watch where he's just a social network lawyer, and he talks about it, and he's like, nobody seems to understand what's gonna happen. Nick G, are you still in QA? No, I'm not. I'm just kind of like a Ronin in some ways. I'm just a mercenary for hire for free. So I guess there's got to be a better term for that, because mercenaries usually involve money, I think. Anyways. Okay, they don't want to ban. All right, so I'm going to switch it back and start going over a couple things you can do if you just want to stay on YouTube. What you need to do is you got to set all of your compliance for your videos to whether it's for children or not. Now, if none of your videos were geared directly toward children, you can see a lot of my things. As what you do is you just go to your channel videos in your dashboard. You go ahead and select that. Now, if you just select 30 because it's on one page. Like if you've got like hundreds of videos like me, it's just going to do the first page. So what you want to do is select all, and it selects all of it. And once you do that, you click on this edit down arrow and you click on audience. Now, I already did all this, so it's no need to do it again. No, it's not made for kids. If you have to do an age restriction, go ahead and do that. No, and you just click on update videos. It'll do it bulk, and you're good. Now, if you do some live streams, you need to also do it on the live stream tab. So you just go and do the same thing. Select all, edit, audience, and you get the same thing. Go ahead and click on that update videos. It'll update all your videos. Now, if you do have, I think it's just safer to do that now. And then what you do is you go back and you look through all your videos, unfortunately, and you just select each one that you that is maybe selected just for children, and just change it that way. It's a pain in the butt, especially if you got loads of content, but there you go. I think it's a good thing to people move away from YouTube. I mean, a lot of people don't see just a lot of things that they do that's pretty screwy. Monetization just is off for some reason, or ineligible. You just get your videos blocked, processing gets failed, all this other stuff. And I've seen my view counts where I had higher view counts the day before, and it just keeps getting lower each day. It's like, how does the view counts get lower? And I get like like this one was over like 2,000, and now it's in I guess no one watches it anymore after it's done. So yeah, it just gets lower and lower. I just think it's funny. I don't really care. Now, in my description box on YouTube, you can find it on Steam it as well through vim.tv additionally. Now this is gonna get a little bit crazy for you, maybe, because there are a lot of platforms out there. Now, if I had to pick which one to move to, I would move to DLive. With DLive, you can live stream. The only problem is with DLive, and maybe I'll bring up my DLive dashboard. I'll probably have to log in again. Yeah, give me a second here. Let me check the chat. So I signed up initially through Lino. So that's where I log in, but you can log in through various means, and you get some cryptocurrency, right? All your videos can it will always reside on the blockchain. The only problem is whether it's available to be viewed or not is all up to the developers. So that's what I don't like. Now, the thing is, the team for DLive, the original team, was actually worked on the live streaming for Steemit, and then they moved over to the Lino blockchain, and they just kind of left Steem high and dry. Steem was another blockchain. Now, like I got like 1,050 lemons. I don't know how much really that is. I don't really focus on the stuff. Like I got. There we go. Let's pause it, or at least keep it hidden. So you're just gonna have to set up all of your things. It's not that bad. It's easy to get used to. You get your chat feed. It doesn't start over, so you know what everyone says up to a certain point, and then they go away. I guess you could look and see if they get archived somewhere. I'm sure that it is. I just don't know, and I didn't look for it. Now, if you go to your own channel, this is what it's like if you view me from DLive, and you just get to see it, and you can chat once you register. The problem with it is, since it is a blockchain, if you forget your password, you're kind of screwed. So you got to always remember your password. Easiest thing to do is send an email to yourself, whatever email that you use, and just put your password in there. And probably the safest email I would use is Proton Mail, or your own, or just put on your computer, whatever. And if you just want to view other people's content, just use a simple password. Have 2 separate accounts, one for viewing, one for live streaming. Now you get to have some replays, and the thing is, your replays become deleted 3 days after the stream. So they go away. That's the problem with DLive, and you can upload videos as well. The only problem is, the only way you're allowed to do that is if you have a certain amount of followers, and a certain amount of a number of people who just are able to follow you, because they just don't want people like me making a lot of videos and clogging up their blockchain with videos that no one really wants to see. But that is an option to somewhere to go where you can actually go watch live streams. You get notifications, you watch it on your phone, you've got your own app, you can search for other videos. The searching for other videos aren't that great, unfortunately, but because I mean, people's videos go away after 3 days, so it's not like you could find a lot of videos. So DLive is a place right now where you can live stream. Your live stream won't get blocked during your live stream, so it's probably the best place to live stream. Now, hey, I put on a lot of weight, Ryan. Hey, I think you're the last person who should be talking. I know you lost a lot of weight, but come on, you know how hard it is. All right. Sorry, just looking at chat. Now I'm gonna move that on over. All right, I moved that out of the way, and I'm gonna show you where I like. It's another blockchain, and I need to log in, and you want to use a very good password for your blockchains if you care about your coins that you accumulate. With LBRY, it's a little weird because I think I keep losing coins because I keep specializing with something. Like if you do something, you have to donate 0.1 coin. So I just keep losing coins, and no one watches my stuff on LBRY, it looks like. So I don't get coins back. It's a little weird, but at least you can still watch things on it. So for example, I'm going to show you what it looks like. And let's see. Here we go. Oops, I need to show the main monitor. Well, anyways, let me just show you the website first since I'm here. You just go here and you can just look around. You download the application onto your desktop, and right here, pretty simple. So that's all I did. Now when you open it, you get this. Of course, you have to log in first, and you get to see a lot of people who are already on it. And I actually like it a little bit more. You can search for things a little bit easier, and they exist. They don't go away unless people take them out. And you can follow people, block people. You can look at your own library. That's what not library publishes. So all the things I've ever published on here are still here. They didn't go away. They didn't. They had some early issues, so a lot of my early videos, the custom thumbnails, just weren't available. Now there is a problem that I would say with LBRY that people aren't gonna figure out until they go, hey, I've got no room on my hard drive. What is going on? Well, hold on. I need to. That's gonna look a little weird, right? All right. Let's see. Here we go. So, my blob files right here. It's on C users, app data, local, library, LBRYnet blob files. I know that's hard to see. There's videos on it. This every time you publish a new video, it's gonna fill up, and the longer your video, like this 5-hour one or whatever, the more space it's gonna take up. And those are just temporary. They fill up. You can't change the drive right now to where it goes. It's just going to be on your user area. And what you want to do is just go ahead and delete it. So all I do is delete it. It doesn't affect any. I would delete it once you close your LBRY browser. And once you do that, all your videos will still be there for you to watch. So for anyone else to watch. So even if you delete all those blob files, you can still watch it. Now there's also problems like the date and stuff like that is kind of wonky, because I uploaded that yesterday. It says June 17, 2019. So there's still a lot of bugs that they need to flesh out. There's also every time you want to watch a video, it's going to download. So you have to pick a location to download on your hard drive. The good part about that is you don't have to watch it on the LBRY platform. You can just click on it to watch it and watch it on your local drive. But the thing is, again, if you start running out of space on your computer, delete the videos that you downloaded from LBRY, because that's how it works. So it's just so you guys know that. And there's something else. You can end up getting a link and have people just watch on your stream on their browser. So they don't have to download from LBRY and install it and get a password and get all set up and all of that stuff. What they can do is you provide them a link to direct link for the browser. It's speech or spe.ch, and you can click on that. Mine is called "Here's a direct link for the browser. Here's an invite to LBRY," and we'll wait for that to load. Dale, how's it going? FE Nate 88. Hey, how's it going? On D Live, awesome. Wow, that's taking a long time. Maybe they moved it, so let's see if they moved it somewhere. Wow. Can't find it. Ooh, I got a guest. Ryan, how's it going? First time you've actually shown your face in a long time. Awesome. You're looking good.
How you going, brother?
You look like you're 10 years younger from the last time I saw you.
I'm a bit sunburnt.
I can't tell.
I'm a bit red. So, how you going?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Just cruising.
Nice.
Thought I'd jump on and say good day.
What are your thoughts? I mean, you haven't made a lot of videos lately unless you made them on Twitch and I don't know about it, no?
Nah, I haven't been streaming for a long time. Since the shit happened with us and all that shit that went down. So, pretty much stopped streaming.
So, it's only temporary. We're all good now, don't you know?
Are ya?
Yeah. We're good.
No, I didn't know.
I show up on Mana Talk. I don't go on. He just live streams on his own. I haven't seen guests on with him for a long while. Him and sorry audience, we're just reminiscing about the past. Yeah, Stevie got married. I think you knew that.
They got married. No, yeah. I didn't know that. Yeah. Wow.
There's someone else from the days. They've moved in. They're not married, but they hooked up. You'll know who they. You know who they are if I mention them, but I think they want to keep it unknown still. So yeah, pretty cool.
Not really. Not if you actually knew some shit that happened behind the scenes.
Yeah,
you wouldn't think it's cool, but
yeah. So yeah, but that stuff happens. It's not much we could do about it. But the people who are still streaming, they're where we've had issues with them. We're all good. Let's see. What's his name is running for the Green Party, if you didn't know.
What's his name?
Chad Wilson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's trying to run for to be
in Kansas or Tennessee.
I forgot which state he's in, but yeah, if you go to the Green Party website and you see who the people are trying to run for the Green Party nominee for president in 2020, Chad Wilson's up there. He's got his own running website too. So just interesting, the things that happen to turn out with the stuff we were doing back then. You know?
Yeah, because Stevie burnt me.
No, I'm sorry.
So that's pretty much why I disappeared.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because of Stevie. So
sorry to hear that. I won't ask.
Not live on stream, but I can talk to you another time.
Okay.
But yeah, I just found out just before I jumped on with you some other things. So
okay.
Yeah, that's why I haven't been lurking around anywhere and pretty much disengaged from the whole thing on YouTube and switched to Twitch. So to get away from that group of people.
Okay.
So,
well, they avoid me like the plague, so you don't have to worry about
yeah, because you're a flat earther now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It won't stop you, Ryan.
I just didn't appreciate being lied to. That's all.
Have I lied to you?
Not you. I mean Stevie and that.
Oh, sorry.
So, yeah, I didn't appreciate it. So,
I can't control or help what other people do. I can only do that.
Yeah, I know.
I can do so.
Yeah, I know. That's why I've come back every now and again to chat with you. You know, because you're the only one that hasn't bullshitted me. So,
well, you can always come and talk and BS with me. Although BS with you. Never mind. It's just the way people talk. Oh man, it gets warm here. Black Cat, did you move or are you still in the same place?
Same place, just moved my desk around.
Because you used to have a lot of good stuff behind you?
Yeah, it's just over there.
Okay.
Well, there.
Watch it.
I turned it around because it was I don't know.
That was like
It's
the
just it's
perfect
just
Twitch
better.
background.
Yeah, no, it's just better in the room that I'm in to have my computer turned around, my desk.
Yeah.
So it's up against the wall now, where it was sticking out in the area. So
More feng
there's a lot.
shui.
Yeah, no, just more space and
More
stuff
space.
like that. Yeah, and there's a whole heap of stuff here that I'm throwing out that I have to, because I'm doing like massive spring cleaning. So
Well, Port Film Co-op, another Aussie, is giving you some shit, but I think it's just some. I don't think he's serious.
nah, streaming Flat Earther, Stevie, and that. Yeah, nah, yeah, computer. Yeah, I'm very Australian, unfortunately. So
Were you growing your hair out before? I don't remember that. You got
yeah,
yourself
it's down to about here now.
Excuse me.
No, let me pull it out.
All right, I got the same thing going. You
Yeah.
can't tell, but I think yours is longer than mine.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I don't ever get mine trimmed. I haven't had anyone cut my hair for over a year, so it doesn't grow that fast.
No, I haven't had anybody cut my hair for like 2.5 years.
Okay, that explains
So
the length. So you've been on Twitch. Is Twitch being affected by the kappa type stuff, or not
No.
really?
Not really.
So just
The only thing that is affecting Twitch is DMCA, but I mean that they really only enforce that shit when it's live debates and stuff.
Okay.
So a few of the partnered streamers got banned for streaming the live debates, which was strange because
stuff.
yeah. So it was strange because the MSNBC debates before the two CNN debates, everybody was streaming it and no one got banned, and then people were worried about CNN and Warner Brothers doing the DMCA, and they got banned for the first CNN debate, and then especially the Majority Report, because the Majority Report streams the debates, and they got banned, and Hassan Piker got banned, and Destiny got banned, and then everybody was wary about the second CNN debate, which was the next one, and only a few non-partnered streamers streamed it, and then the MSNBC, everybody's like, oh yeah, no one got banned on the first MSNBC debate, so we're gonna stream it again. So, and then people got banned. So, which is strange.
Yeah. We've got a lot of censorship going on.
Yeah, but I mean, you can watch YouTube videos and all that type of stuff as long as you comment on them. You know, you make comment on them, and that's a good thing about Twitch. You know what I mean? Even people who have got YouTube Prime or whatever it's called, YouTube Red or whatever it's called, are streaming like full length TV shows and getting away with it.
I've seen people do that. I wonder if it's just throwaway accounts. They'll live stream it.
No. You got a streamer who gets 9,000 viewers streaming Gordon Ramsay, like full episodes of Gordon Ramsay, and he'll stream 3 or 4 episodes of a Gordon Ramsay series a night, and won't get banned for it. Doesn't get banned for it because he comments on it.
You mean like just commenting during the live stream about it, or just
okay. Pausing it and like, you know, how can this person be the winner? Rah, 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 and Twitch is really liberal when it comes to restreaming YouTube videos and stuff like that, and especially like even news videos. People stream news videos all the time,
Okay.
and there's a guy who streams C-SPAN. He streamed the whole C-SPAN.
C-SPAN's notorious for blocking people on YouTube.
Yeah, he did the whole impeachment from the very first minute to the very end. He streamed the whole lot.
Okay.
And didn't get banned. So
does he have to comment during the live stream, or does he comment like before or after, and that's it?
He comments before, and then he'll let it run, and then when they have a break, he'll comment again.
Okay. I mean, that seems like fair use, right?
Yeah. I think Twitch is a lot better when it comes to things like that than what YouTube is. So I'd never go back to YouTube.
Yeah.
I'd never make a video again on YouTube. So.
All right. So you made a case for Twitch. So that's kind of nice. Although, there were some weird stuff going on, like you were saying. Was it DMCA?
Mm-hmm.
What does that stand for?
It's the copyright strike. It's the. Hang on. Let me look it up.
Okay.
DMCA.
Digital media copyright. What would the
digital
media?
No, Millennium copyright strike.
I was close.
Yeah.
Copyright A. What's the A stand for?
Act.
Copyright
Act.
I see.
Yeah. Digital Millennium.
So
Millennium.
I think I might start streaming on Twitch just to get familiar with the layout. I have a feeling I'll see what you can end up getting away with on Twitch. Because Twitch for me was always more of a place where you watch like gaming videos. So it's
changed.
It's changed.
It's got just chatting. It's got politics categories now. Yeah, hang on, let me have a look. It's really changed. I watch mostly political. I don't watch any gaming on Twitch.
Okay.
Just chatting, political talk shows and podcasts, where you can have people ring up. Let me have a look. Because they're trying to extend it past just video games for those who don't want to play video games.
Yeah.
So,
I noticed like D Live is pretty much mostly for gaming. So I think a lot of people who are on Twitch and gaming kind of went there. I mostly see gaming on D Live. And then also Twitch. That's where I used to see it. But all right. So I'll probably move on to Twitch too, but see how that goes. Periscope, which is through Twitter.
I think the really good thing is that because you're a leftist, but you're a flat earther. Yes, you are.
No, I don't really have a position.
A libertarian.
I'm a
libertarian.
I'm a North Polist.
Bullshit. You're a libertarian.
No, I'm a North Polist.
You're full of shit.
How can it be leftist if I'm a libertarian? Aren't they just two opposing?
I'm talking shit, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I won't BS you, but you'll BS me. I see how it is.
But if you work hard, work at it, you can they have podcast, what are called podcasts, where streamers will go on other streamers' channels, and you'll have a group of people talking about politics and all that type of stuff. And that's how you get known.
I see.
And you have debates with other streamers and stuff like that.
Okay.
So as long as you don't sound too far out there and too much of a whack job.
They're gonna love me then.
you can pretty much you get on these podcasts and you can interact with other streamers, and that's how people get to know you.
They're able to stream at the same time with someone else, and they merge together the two separate streams. And
you jump on. You jump on their Discord.
Oh, I see. It's all through the Discord stuff. All right.
Yeah, yeah. So, and then like you can ask them if you can stream it as well. So like it's just not them who are getting the views.
I see.
It's you there's polite things to ask and stuff like that. Like you got to ask to the person who's holding the podcast whether or not you can stream, and or you ask all the others to make sure that it's okay and stuff like that.
Just
So,
common courtesy type stuff, I guess.
yeah. So you
Unless
know all that
they're
type of stuff.
actively censoring you while you're on that live stream.
No,
I'm just talking about my own past. Someone did that.
and there's a thing called it's like React Andy. It's like you watch videos and react to them. So like you'll watch a political video or a video from another streamer, like another YouTuber, and they have a really bad take that you don't agree with, then you play that video and then you have your take on it.
Yeah, they have that on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's you can do it on Twitch. It's just getting your name out there and making sure that you can get people to recognize who you are by going on these other streams.
All right. So basically, I mean that's just a lot of normal stuff. It looks like Twitch is kind of grown a little bit. Yeah. And that's nice.
Even the like I've only started being on Twitch since February.
Yeah.
And it's grown a lot. It's grown heaps.
So are there any channels that you used to watch on YouTube that have moved on to Twitch?
No, but a lot of the leftists from YouTube are now on Twitch. There's a guy called Central Committee, Mike from PA. He always rings up Sam Cedar. The surfs. Just a whole heap of like Hassan Piker have all moved over to Twitch. So it's
I'll probably add it in just to get started. And what I like doing is, since I do a restream, I'm just streaming the same stuff to DLive, to Vim.tv, to Periscope, and now it'll be Twitch. And I get to see which ones block me, which ones take the video down, which one takes me off of that platform, right? It's good to see just like how each of them just react differently, which not a lot of people do. I mean, I wish a lot of people restreamed everywhere so that people can see, hey, look, this is what YouTube's doing. Twitch didn't do it. Periscope didn't do it. DLive didn't do it.
The only problem with Twitch is that once you become a partner, the contract states that you can't actually restream your stream anywhere else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the goal is not to become a partner? What's the benefits of a partner?
You get more money.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not like YouTube. It's not advertising money. It's the advertising money is really small. Rights. Yeah, but the advertising money is really small on Twitch. What's the big thing is interacting with your community and getting subscribers and what are called bits. So people can give you bits. So they buy bits from Twitch, and then they can give you bits.
Oh, I see.
They can interact. It's more interactive on Twitch than what it is on YouTube. YouTube's not that. For me, streaming on YouTube is not that interactive compared to Twitch.
Yeah.
So you get more interaction with, and then you can debate right wingers, you can debate left wingers, you can debate centrists, you can debate libertarians, and all this other type of stuff. You can, it's just you just got to network.
Yeah.
And then when you get a bit of a following, you people will sub, and to sub is only $5. So and then when you first start off, you don't have the ability to get subscribers or bits, but when you become an affiliate, which is what most people, it's really easy to get affiliate, but it's really hard to get partnership.
Okay.
But when you're an affiliate, I think it's half the money. You split half the money 50-50 with Twitch. So every subscription you get is like $2.50 in your pocket.
So okay, so it costs money to subscribe to people's channels. That's how they make their money.
Yeah, and anybody can watch it,
Okay.
but to subscribe, and then you get emotes. You can create emotes, and when you subscribe to someone, usually the content creator has like you got a 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, 12 month, 2 year badge,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all different. So it sort of tells everybody how far along the subscriber timeline you are. So, and then the higher you go in rankings from nobody to affiliate to partner, and then how many subscribers you get after that is depending on how many emotes you have, and usually the emotes are tied into your content, like what your content is about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It seems ridiculous, but I'll give it a shot. Do you like any other, or do you use any other type of media platforms to watch or interact? No, just Twitch.
No, just Twitch.
So you'll be my Twitch,
and then you can have moderators.
Yeah.
You can have people that help you out and moderate your channel, so you don't have to you can just read it, and your moderators can delete the comments and ban and time out people.
Okay.
So you just read the comments that you want to read, and your moderators, like some people have, like, I know I'm a moderator for this woman who's a leftist, and she has 6 or 7 moderators that moderate her content.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna move on really quick just to tell people about 2 other places that they can go to live stream. Well, one is Periscope, which is tied to Twitter, which is Periscope. They changed it, Periscope TV. The only thing about Periscope is for content creators. Like, no one seems to chat. They just have all these bubbles. If they decide to block you, they don't let you know that you're blocked. And it's hard to search for anything. You just have to kind of sign up to someone to watch their videos or through their Twitter. So I don't really recommend Periscope. I just have it on there because some people still just kind of watch on Twitter. Now, Steam It, you can't upload videos or live stream directly on Steam It. However, the blockchain allows people to upload via DTube, which you can do, or you can live stream via Vim.tv, which is, I think it's still in the alpha phase. The problem with Vim.tv is that your videos, they don't stay around after your live stream, so they're just gone. That's just the problem with that. So I mean, there's pluses and minuses to pretty much every type of platform. You just gotta find which one you prefer. If you just want to stick to one, I recommend people just try everything, stream everywhere, upload everywhere. And BitChute is also a good place to upload. And the thing is, sometimes you don't even need to upload anything. Sometimes it's tied into your YouTube. You can do that, but with YouTube going down, I wonder if you can tie it to someone else. And the thing is, you see how I'm on BitChute right now, and I typed in my name. I get more views on BitChute than I actually do on YouTube. If you watch some of these videos, I'll have maybe like 5-10 views on my YouTube channel with the same name, but on BitChute I get a lot more. So a lot of people are watching the BitChute channels more, and all of these videos I did not upload myself. They get seeded, and then from some video source, and then they just get up to BitChute on their own. So I mean, like my fishing video right here had only like 30 views on YouTube, but they got 12 views here. So BitChute does have viewers. They just don't seem to chat much. But most people just want to watch. And the thing is, with Steam It, you get coins. Same thing, and you know that's tied in with DTube and Vim.tv. So if you want one platform that'll keep everything around, you can mess with Vim.tv and DTube through Steam It and modify all your content on Steam It. I just kind of shied away from there. It's just a lot of hassle. One of the things I just prefer is just the less hassle I have after I live stream, the better it is. Because I don't want to have to reconfigure things for 15 to 30 minutes after each live stream and then having to upload it to various sources. So what I like is that while you may not find every video on BitChute that someone has, you'll still find a lot of videos that you may not have seen before. Some people, they'll see a video and they go, hey, I want this on BitChute because people should be able to see it, and they do it themselves for you and you don't have to do anything. So that's pretty much it. I mean, everything that I do, every channel that I live stream to and upload is going to be in my description box. I'm going to add Twitter to it. People can add Twitter. If people want help on how to live stream to different sources and what I do as far as detail goes, you know, I can explain that to you, because I mean, basically right after I finish live streaming, I upload to my backup YouTube channel, and I also upload to my LBRY account, do a new publish here, and and that's it. And then I'm done for the day, and all my videos are out there. I don't have to worry about them. I have my own local copies that I upload to my server, and if one video gets taken out everywhere, then I go, hey, look, this video got taken out everywhere. What's going on here? And I gotta fix this direct link through through StreamMe. No, oh no, wait, not StreamMe. Stream.me was taken down. That was another platform that I used to stream to, but that whole platform got taken down. Isn't that crazy?
It's just never ending, isn't it? It's like these rich people are just fucking with everything and making everything harder to do anything these days.
Yeah,
it's bullshit.
It is. So those of you guys watching, that's it for the where to go after the YouTube purge. I mean, best thing to do is just try to form a community where you can keep in contact with different people who you've engaged with in chat, or you've engaged with their like videos on a certain platform. Because I know a lot of people that watch me are watching through YouTube, and they watch a lot of people that I watch on YouTube, and they're all moving somewhere, going somewhere else. And the best thing to do is just say, hey, I'm on Twitter now, or I'm on Twitch, sorry, and here's my Twitch thing. And I go, okay, I'll do that too, follow you. You know, it's a good way to grow, is like, hey, I'm going here, here's my account, and subscribe, and I'll subscribe back to someone else, especially if I know that they make a lot of videos. That way it's just easy to find what people are up to. I think the problem I have with Steam It, Vim.tv, and DLive and a couple others is they don't really give you notifications through email when someone's doing a live stream or an upload. like YouTube does. I think Twitch probably has that, right?
Hmm. Yeah, you can turn that on
Yeah.
and off.
So a couple of I know LBRY has email notifications, so that's good too. And I think DLive is the only one that doesn't. No Port Film Co-op. I have not watched Doctor yet. I will watch it Thursday. I
And
will watch it.
the other good thing about Twitch is it has like you can follow channels and it has a list of all the people that are online
Yeah.
as well at when you're streaming. Like there's nothing on YouTube that says to me the people that I follow on YouTube are on or offline. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's another good thing about. So if somebody's being boring or there's somebody else that you want to watch, you can see if they're online and you get the notification as well that somebody's about to come online. So,
Like
yeah.
they're just logged in. That's how you know they're online. Because sometimes I just stay logged in just so I don't have to
Oh,
log
no,
in again.
they're streaming. They've got to be
Oh,
streaming.
okay. I see
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you mean.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're streaming. So I got Linus Tech Tips.
I haven't seen their stuff in a while, but yeah, I remember them.
Yeah. A channel called Hungry and a few politics people and somebody who streams languages and learns languages. So, and then it has recommended channels as well. So,
Yeah.
and it's mostly filled with all the big streamers, the recommended channels.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a, I mean, and then you can like if you use not OBS, but one of those other ones that you can use, the specialty ones like Streamlabs and stuff like that. You can, when someone subscribes, you can have a notification that pops up, or when somebody follows you, there's a notification that pops up, and you can thank them and stuff like that for following.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can do all that type of stuff, and you can have like if you want to put up a donation bar, like I want $100 to get something new for the stream, then you can put up $100 donation bar. And people know that you're donating, like you're looking for donations. So there's 3 methods of getting money from your community. There's bits, which people, I think it's a cent a bit, and then there's subscriptions, and those 2 are through Twitch, and then there's donations, which is through your OBS, like Streamlabs or one of those. And usually donations, there's no perks to donations because it's not through Twitch, but you get more money at donations.
Okay.
So some streamers would prefer that you donate, and they don't have any emotes or anything like that. They would prefer that you donate to them because I think you get 90 cents in the dollar. Whereas if you're an affiliate, you only get 50 cents in the dollar for a subscription.
Okay. So Twitch makes a lot of money off of a lot of newcomers.
Yeah.
That seems their model. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm not going to make it very big there. That's okay. It's just another place to put my content.
You never know. You never know. I mean, you got to be more interactive with your community and stuff like that.
I don't know how more interactive I can be. But okay.
But yeah, I mean, you can go on rants and stuff like that, and arguments and fights with your chat and all that type of stuff. People do all that type of stuff.
Yeah, I don't seem to be that type of guy. Except for against you. Come on, Ryan.
Yeah.
Let's hear those random rants of Ryan.
Fuck you. I could go on a rant about Australia at the moment, but Australia's in a real shit at the moment.
You keep saying that. Australia is awesome. I mean, just look at
all
their...
Do you know they have here's a rant for you. Okay. They have 535 people locked up in immigration detention centers. So these are people who have come to the country illegally, either by boats or other illegal means, right? There's no end in sight of when their application for asylum will be processed, and there's no guarantee that they will be let into the country. And it costs $573,000 a year per person to keep them on these islands in the Pacific. It works out to be something like $306 million a year to keep these 535 people. Now, these island
Are they like
immigration.
living in mansions in those islands or something?
No. They're very they're detention
So where does
camps.
all
So they're
that
not
money go?
guards and stuff like that. But the thing is, the people who have the contracts to look after these detention centers are donors to the government for their elections and stuff.
So just corruption is what you're saying.
Yeah, corruption.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's and then today, so they don't have medical facilities to look after these people when they become seriously ill. So halfway through the year, they had a Medivac legislation that passed Parliament, and it was if somebody was gravely ill and they couldn't get medical treatment on the island, then they would be flown to Australia at the cost of the Australian government to treat these people at a hospital. Today, it got repealed. So if these people fall sick on the island, they either die or the doctors that are there are the only ones that will treat them. So it's fucked, dude. It's so bad. And then you've got people who are on welfare, right? If you're on, well, I don't like calling it welfare. I like calling it social security, which is what it's been called for millennia in Australia. It's only been called welfare since the latest government's come into power and likes to demonize people on social security like Trump does, because our current government, our current prime minister is Trumpian. He loves Trump, and he loves everything Trump does. So they rolled out this thing called a cashless welfare card. So what happens with this cashless welfare card is 80% is sent to a company that looks after the money, and you get 20% in cash put into your bank account. Now, this company is run by people who used to work in the political parties of the current government. So there's already a conflict of interest, right?
Well, not for them. They're all interested in doing that.
Yeah. So there's the first layer of corruption. You've got the ex-president of the National Party, who is now in charge of this company, right? So
we see that in the U.S. all the time.
Yeah. So what's happened, right, is that this cashless card can't be used to buy alcohol, it can't be used to gamble, and it can't be used to buy illegal drugs.
Isn't that a good thing?
Right? Well, here's the problem, right? Here's the problem. The government businesses have to apply to the government to have their businesses allowed to use the card.
I see.
Guest is cringe.
Don't worry about that.
Okay. Whatever. Anyway, so anyway.
Just focus on what you're trying to say.
This port film co-op dude is this dude from South Australia who has no idea about conservatism versus leftism. That's right. He thinks that the cashless card is a good idea. Yeah, Muppet. Anyway, so he lives in country South
Just
Australia where
just
the
focus
rent's
on the
only
topic, right? Don't worry about what anyone else thinks.
where the rent's 55 cents a week, unlike in Melbourne where it's $450 a week. Anyway, um, so businesses have to apply to have their businesses like allowed to accept this card. So in that instance, if you're a small business and the government declines you allowing people to use your businesses with that card, and you live in a country town that has a high welfare dependency rate, then people can't buy products in your store, right? If you run a store that has no if you have a store that only runs on cash, then people aren't likely to use the cash that they've got, that 20% cash, and spend it in your store,
Why not?
right? Well, because that'll go because especially people with kids, you know, the when kids go on excursions and stuff like that, you need money for the kid to take to school.
Where
You
they
need
won't accept
cash.
those
Where
the card.
they
I
won't
see.
accept the card,
Okay.
right? So it's hard to have uh, for this card to be used anywhere. And then you have the situation where another layer of corruption where a business, a large company that donates to the Liberal Party will be accepted to use that card there, and then their competitors who that don't donate to the Liberal Party people aren't allowed to shop there. Not allowed to accept the card.
I feel like it'd be too easy to exploit that card system and exploit people who have it by doing like a card to cash, but with a fee. So
You
say,
can't you can't do that.
why not?
Like you can't because
I mean,
the
you could do it illegally. I could see people doing that. I mean, how would the
no,
government know?
but the problem is that and that is the problem, is that people are buying groceries with their card and then selling it at a discounted rate, so they're losing money on the groceries to get cash because they need cash. Because some people, like some even like real estate agents and stuff like that, where people pay rent, aren't even allowed to that they can't accept the card. So
Hmm.
people are becoming homeless because they can't pay their rent. And then you have to ask a corporation, not the government, a corporation, to release money to pay the rent, and they say no. Hey, Kathy B. You know, so and it's things like a lot of people who are on Social Security rely on the secondhand market for furniture and clothing and electronics and stuff like that. So eBay's out of the question. Gumtree's out of the question. Facebook Marketplace is out of the question.
But do you ever see it as a problem with the, excuse me, the welfare system itself, that the country wants people on the welfare system in order to control what they're able to have, uh, and stuff like that? I mean, do you ever think of it that way?
In some respects,
I mean, it's just an
it's
easier way to control people if they're reliant on the
it
government.
is no, it is totally controlling people. That's what this government does. Is they love controlling people. They love controlling everything that Australians do. They just increased $88 million on international security. I mean,
What's
it's
what are some success stories in Australia? How do people get out of the welfare? Like, say, someone you knew, they're able-bodied, they're smart, they're healthy, they had no disabilities. although they came from a poor family and they're reliant on welfare. Have you ever seen or heard of anyone just kind of being able to get out of that?
Sure. There are who, um, yeah, Port Film Co-op. The problem is that you've got over 700,000 unemployed people in Australia and about 180,000 jobs being advertised. So, the government's not doing their job. The government's supposed to create jobs for the people, create an economy for the people. Yeah, we have pretty low unemployment, but they're still persecuting the unemployed. I mean, they haven't even increased the unemployment wage for 25 years since before John Howard. I know since John Howard because he's the one that brought it in. So for 25 years, people have been getting paid the absolute minimum, and now what they want to do is they want to force people, not force, but they're encouraging people who are over. No, I'm not a big government guy. I'm a government that should be helping the people, not penalising the people for being poor. There's a difference. This government that we currently have doesn't help poor people. The tax cuts didn't help poor people. Only helped the rich. The economy's slipping. I mean, have you got your head in the South Australian sand or what? And small government. If you want small government, if you want small government, then why is the federal government putting their bloody fingers in every single pie of the Australian people? If you're so for this government, which is a common thing with conservatives, when you have a government that or a political party that screams and cries for small government, but rules pretty much with an iron fist and likes to have their finger in every single pie that they can possibly have. That's what the Conservative Party is.
Hey, Yvonne, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad.
What's been new for
I'm
you?
I'm a government official, and so I take your tax money and I decide how to distribute it back to your other caller and you. So put all your arguments against me because you're the one that funds me, and I'm going to decide how I decide where your
Okay,
money.
so
Okay?
sorry to cut you off. So I'm poor. I'm happy with the government. Guess what? Socialists
I'm the
in
government, so I don't
yeah
care if you're poor or not because you pay me, right?
yeah.
You pay me,
Guess what? Socialists in the government. I don't. Hang on.
right?
So my thing is you don't want socialism in government. Okay, so let's get rid of the police.
As long
Let's
as
get
you
rid
pay
of the
me, I
fire.
don't care.
Yeah,
I'm the
yeah,
government official.
yeah. Let's get rid of the fire department. Let's get rid of everything that the government does in
Doesn't
regards
matter.
to.
You pay me. I only exist because you pay me, right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you don't want socialism in government,
I'm
right? Or
only saying I don't care what system you have. I only exist because you pay me.
yeah, but see, the thing is if you
Yeah,
want people to
pay me.
get rid of parts, it doesn't matter if I pay you or not. That's got nothing to
Yo,
do with it. That's got nothing to do with it. If people want small government and things out of the government like socialism, but
I only exist. I'm the government man that
you
only
can keep
exists.
saying that. You can keep
You
saying that,
decide. You decide
but
where your funds go. Your funds.
yeah, but people get to vote.
I
People get to
decide
vote
where your
people
funds.
in and out. But people get to vote the government in and out. So
Okay. So you vote me back
if
in.
you're part of the government, if you're part of the government and people don't like what you're doing with the money that you've been given by the people,
And
then they vote you out. Then they vote you out.
no. The majority votes me back in. Okay. So I get
Huh?
to see. I get to vote, and I get to say where your funds that you pay me for. You pay me. I get to say where those funds go, right? Because you keep voting, you keep paying me, I'm the one, like the guy that you keep paying me to say that where your money goes, and you're on Iban's show, and no disrespect, Iban, because I'm in the same boat as this guy and you, saying this, it's just a fraud. It's just bullshit. You know, why would we give our money to these people that we don't even know, or don't, we have no idea where our money goes, but we keep doing it. We keep supporting these folks.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
but my point is that you can support different people who do different things with that money. All right, and you can vote for different people who want to do
No, not
different
with my money.
things.
Not with my money, I won't. No. I'll keep my money. Go ahead, Iban, because I think you're
I don't know.
But you
It's
can't. But
just two. You
sorry,
guys are on two different levels right now, so um, I, I don't think it won't be that good of a conversation until you guys kind of meet towards the middle of what you guys are trying to, I guess, trying to say exactly. Like Ryan's for if we're gonna have a government system that's not corrupt, this is how it could be done. I think that's where Ryan's at, and then Phase One, uh,
Aaron.
Aaron is saying that we don't really have a need for this governmental system, and the governmental system, the way it operates in some way, in some fashion, depending on the people who's running it, is going to become corrupt anyway, even if you do have a perfect system.
Perfect. Perfect. Very good. Yep.
So
but
that
as a system is now, and to go to Aaron's system would be a massive leap in the change of people's opinions, because
No,
you would
so
have to you would have to get a lot of people to change their opinion on the government and what the government role is within the community, all right? And that, you know, getting rid of governments is going to
Ryan,
be a really
Ryan,
hard thing to do.
Ryan, I don't mean to cut you off at all, but maybe we can have a two-way a little bit. You know, you make a point, I make a point. Um, I would like to make a point of what about self-governance, which is what here in the U.S., the United States, you know, and I think also Australia was based upon was self-governance. And how did this gigantic bureaucratic administrative system get born above us, even though we're still as written, in our constitutions or whatever written, whatever's written in Australia or wherever you're from? How did we get subjugated to that level of just paperwork that now we're just nothing but a piece of paper, right?
That's easy. That's easy to explain. The powerful want control.
Okay.
That's all it's been. Is the powerful want control.
That's
Now
ridiculous. I want to know
there.
how that happened.
So
How,
yeah, hang on. Instead of interrupting me, like, you know, so you've got the people who want governmental power. Okay, so you've got people who want to get in there and
you don't
create
have to tell
laws.
me the whole story. I said here in the U.S. we are self-governing. That's how it's written. It's only been 200 years. We're self-governing here in the U.S. That's how our founding fathers, written it, and gave us, not gave us, but secured certain rights. Secured them. Just you can call it God or whatever. It's fundamental rights. Protection, First Amendment, Second Amendment, Third Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment. But how do we get to the point now where I'm getting surveilled on my property, and getting taxed on that? Like, where did that come from?
Ryan, I think Aaron just wants to know is how did we get to
So
all this? Okay,
I was explaining it before he cut me off.
okay, all right, Aaron.
Okay,
We'll just wait till Ryan's done.
Okay.
So you've got people who want power within government, okay, who want to make laws that benefit themselves and so-called the people of the country. But then you've also got people with power called money who want to manipulate that system, okay, and manipulate it so it's in their favor, okay. So where you have the people with power who say they want to protect, like power in government, who want to protect the American or the Australian people, they will do whatever it takes to protect, and I put them in air quotations, the people, that whether that being surveillance or spying or keeping all your metadata, tracking your internet usage and all that type of stuff. So, and they will use violence that's happened in the community, i.e., terrorism, is the perfect example to basically implement laws like the Patriot Act to enforce a surveillance state on the people. And they will hide it behind terrorism. They will hide it behind people who want to do dangerous things to the people of that nation, right? Then you have the rich people, like the Koch brothers, or the brother, because the other one died, thank God. And then you've got Bezos, Zuckerberg, all these billionaires, right, who can pay these politicians through Citizens United and super PACs, which is ultimately corruption. It's corruption down to the nth degree, and it's been legalized in a country like America. And it's somewhat illegal in Australia as well to pay politicians hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars for their political campaigns. And then they skew the system in favor of these rich people. Okay, so over time, and this is the thing with capitalism. Capitalism may have been alive for 250 years or more, right? Which is cool, because people use that as an excuse that communism was only alive for 74 years and it
Yvonne,
quickly.
I want to cut him off so bad, but go ahead, Ryan. I'm just saying that you're going on a little bit, but I'm taking
Aaron. Yeah, let him finish.
I'm nearly finished. Right? So over a long time, rich people have been able to manipulate the people in power to do exactly what they want, and it's not done massively. It's not like, I want you to totally change this piece of legislation. It's incremental. I want you to slowly introduce this each time and make it even more stringent, even more tighter, even more harder. And then the laws that make us money, we want you to loosen them, which ultimately burns people at the bottom.
Ryan, are you done or finished?
Go.
Ryan, I have one question for you. Are you ready, Ryan?
I'm ready. Come on.
Okay. Are you self-governing?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So somebody tells you how to put your pants on.
That's not governing.
Are you self-governing?
That's not governing. Putting your pants on is not
so somebody
governing.
tells you how to, okay, hold on. I'll bring it out the door. Somebody tells you how to walk out your front door. Does somebody tell you
That's
how
not
to...
self-governing.
Okay, hold on.
That's bullshit.
Ryan, you said you're not self-governing. So I want to go to the point to where you are self-governing. Okay. Does somebody tell you how to mow your lawn?
What? Well, I am governed that I have to mow my lawn.
Ryan, it's a very simple question. Are you self-governing? Okay.
When it comes to government, no, I'm not.
You said no, so I brought it down to your bedroom. Let's walk out the door. I want to know.
These are choices. These aren't governing. This isn't governing. This is choices.
When you go to a public park, are you self-governing?
These are choices. This isn't governing.
Do you govern yourself at a public park, Ryan? Come on. A very simple question.
Well, there are government guidelines to say what you can and can't do at a
Are
public
you
park. Yes.
self-governing? Do
No,
you
I'm
need
not.
that sign to tell you what to do? Like, don't park here, or don't
Yes, yes,
poop.
you do.
Yeah, don't let your dog poop here, or let your dog
Yes, you
poop
do.
there.
Unfortunately,
Oh
where
my
I live,
God.
you need
So,
people
so
to.
those
You need
signs,
people.
those signs tell you what to do, right?
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm self-governing. I don't need those signs. I can actually put my pants on, walk out my front door, go to a public park without any signs necessary, and control me and my dog and my actions. I don't need that, right? I don't need the police to, to be constantly watching me at a public park with me and my dog. I don't need that, right? Um, that's kind of where it gets to, right? That fold there where you're like, you're saying yes, we need this regulation. I'm saying no, I don't need that regulation, and it becomes a great argument. Like, what system of government do we need at this point? If we're going to a public park, right?
Okay, can I ask you this question?
Yes, sir.
If you say you don't need it, then why does the government feel that they need to put those signs up? It's because other people need it because they can't abide by the law.
You
That's
said
why.
other people. That means you, because you, right? You
Yeah,
are,
but
right?
it still applies to you though.
No,
You're not a
no,
special
no, no.
you're not a special fairy that roams around the planet because self governing because you're
Why, why,
special.
why would you put that word in there like a fairy? Like, I never called you a name or anything. You know?
I'm not calling you a name. What I'm saying is that you're not special in this world. You
Yes, we
don't.
are. Yes, we are. We are very special. People in them, the uh, general nature of human, we are special. We have willpower. We have knowledge. We know how to act. Okay,
That's
I
not
don't
what
need
I'm
a
getting at.
sign. I don't need a sign to tell me no pooping, right? I don't need that, right? It's just
Well,
not something
ignore it.
that comes naturally to me. I just like want to go to a public park
Ignore
and
it.
my dog takes a poop and I take a poop. It's not how it works. Okay? I don't need a
Ignore it.
government sign to tell me how to act.
All
Right?
right. So
But
how
when
about
you, but when we look around these days, you're exactly right. We're confronted with signs. Stop.
mm-hmm.
No parking here. Go park there. Do this. Turn
Mm-hmm.
left. Don't turn
Mm-hmm.
right. Don't do all this stuff. All these signs, and these are natural instincts that most people have. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to turn left on the right hand turn. Like, I would never turn left on the right hand turn. Like, why would I do that? But there's a sign there, and there's a cop sitting there saying, "Oh, if somebody does that, boom, got to pay money." The only
Mm-hmm.
fine is money. You got to pay money.
Mm-hmm.
Break one of these sign infractions. I'm talking about being self-governing, as people. That's what being free is, I think. Uh, just to be free, why not govern yourself and
Yeah.
live life next to other humans in the public as humans would, you know?
Just curious, Ryan and Aaron, have you guys listened to Michael Tallinger and his idea of the Ubuntu movement?
No.
No. Oh.
I've listened to Michael a lot, but maybe not the exact show you're talking about, Ivan.
Oh well, it's just kind of a way of living. He wants to do away with money, have local communities just work for what they need, work together. It's just all on their own. Have kids not really go to school, have their parents really teach them. If I would say that there should the community figures out what what to do. I guess with probably children who want to learn something that the parents can't teach them or other people and stuff like that. But basically, it's just the community runs on their own. They work. They try to build up 3 times the amount that they need. So if there's any excess, they can share it with their neighboring communities, and their neighboring communities the same way. Whatever that community specializes in, because every land is going to be different with types of things that are available around to them with their environment and what they can grow, what they can mine, what they can do, whatever. But basically, just self-governance. No need for big central government. Do away with the entire money system and things like that. It's pretty good. Excuse me. It's pretty good. He just had a video up today. He's got a website explaining the Ubuntu movement. But Ryan, you may not like him. He's another flat earther. But he doesn't really put that out there too much.
Yeah, I don't really care about flat earthers. I mean, you have your opinion, I have mine. But getting back to what Aaron was saying, you know, signs are there for a reason. You may not need that sign, right? You may not need that sign that tells you do not turn this way, right? For safety reasons, right? That sign that, you know, don't turn this way because there's a good chance, and it's well documented that there's a lot of accidents happen here if you turn that way. So what we've done is we've changed it, and we're telling you which way to go for safety reasons. You may not need.
Why do you think we? Why don't you say they? They did that because you didn't do that. You know, stop saying we did that. Maybe they did that. Okay. They put up the sign. They said don't turn here.
But we are the government. So, you know, either way,
we are the government. So you're not self-governing. Now you're part of the public government.
I never said I was self-governing.
Okay, good.
You asked me at the start if I was self-governing,
Okay.
and obviously my idea of self-governing is different to yours. I mean, your idea of self-governing is whether or not you're going to put underwear on today. My self-governing is whether or not I'm going to abide by the law or not, and the rules put out, and the rules and laws and legislation put out there by the government. Okay, or whether or not I'm going to ignore those rules and laws and govern myself and do the things that I need to do to, you know, in my own world, in my own bubble. But see, the thing is, these signs are put there for a reason. They might not apply to you. You might have enough sense and common sense and self-awareness to know that don't let your dog poop in the park.
At a four-way stop, I should probably slow down, yes, and look both ways. I don't need a stop sign, obviously. You know.
Well, the thing is, you might not need it, but other people do.
Okay, yeah.
So it might not be aimed at you. You know that you shouldn't let your dog shit in the park, right? That's understandable. Everybody should know that.
Can shit in the park. There's no problem with that, but I'll pick it up.
Yeah, well, 6 of 1, half of it. You know, you're being pedantic at the moment, and you're just trying to rebut everything that I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is that the signs are put there for a reason. I mean, we have signs at our national parks that don't let dogs in national parks. Yet you see people letting dogs in national parks. Okay, so you might turn up to the national park and leave your dog at home because you know that you can't bring your dog into the national park. But it doesn't stop anybody else from coming in and bringing their dog in.
Can I ask you a question? Who does that national park, who does it belong to?
The people.
Okay, cool.
Because it's owned by the government.
So as one of the people, I can bring my dog to that national park.
No, because the people have
get fined for bringing my dog there. Correct?
No, because
it belongs to the people.
It belongs to the people, but you voted people in to manage it.
No. Did not vote anybody in. I know
that's how it works.
I know the land of that national park belongs to the people. It does not belong to a council body.
No, I'm not saying it's owned by a council body. What I'm saying is it's owned by the people, but we elect people
No, we don't.
Who pay people to manage that land.
You pay people. You do. We don't. The rest of the people don't. You might elect them. You might pay them, but the rest of the people don't. Okay?
So do you vote? Do you vote?
Absolutely not. Why would I vote for a master if I'm self-governing?
Well, there's your first mistake. So
Because I need a master.
do you pay taxes? Do you pay taxes?
Absolutely not. Well,
You don't.
I do pay. Hold on. I do pay.
I'm not losing my cool, man.
Sales tax.
I'm not.
Local
I'm not losing my cool.
Local tax is good. Federal
Yeah.
tax? No. Why the fuck would I pay for some suit and tie that I've never fucking met in my life, lives in Washington, D.C.? Why would I ever fucking do that? Never. Okay? I would never give 30% of my wages to somebody I've never ever met in my life.
Have you ever called the police to help you out?
No, I haven't. But they've always come to help me out when I was drunk one time and pissing on the on the light pole, and I gone to jail, and they always come to help me out, but I never
So you
ever
broke the law.
called them. I never
You broke the law.
But
What's the
broke the
law
law.
against that? What's the law against taking a pee on my own land? Right? A pee, taking a pee.
Oh
Right?
man.
Yeah. Think
When
about it.
when I talk but when I talk to people like you, I sit here and I think about how society would be in your world if we went to an alternative reality. And
There is no alternative. The only alternative is self-governance. You're
yeah, but
gonna go to
that
anarchy.
obvious
I
that
know you're gonna
doesn't
go to
work.
anarchy,
It
no
doesn't
governance.
work.
But
It
listen,
doesn't work. It doesn't work. It never has, and it never will.
I mean,
listen.
if you think about it, Ryan, everyone in their own house governs themselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but then when you go out, into the street,
They
that's when the
still
problem
govern
happened.
themselves, right? The kids are governed
Oh,
when they walk out the front
oh,
door.
oh, yeah. So I'm going to beat someone up. I'm just self-governing. I'm just
Nobody
self-governing.
that. No.
I'm
Ryan, you're
just
not listening to
self-governing.
what Ebon just said. The home is where governance starts. That's where the
Yeah.
kids say, don't go outside and don't beat anybody up. That's why they can get along with other kids. Go ahead, Ebon. Sorry.
Yeah, because that system works so well. That idea of telling kids not to do
Well,
something
well,
works
Ryan,
so
what
well.
are your thoughts about a majority of people who don't really care about you, who don't know you, making laws of what you can and can't do within your own home?
Why do people care about what you do in your own home anyway?
But that's
I
what
don't care.
the government system has been doing. Are you
Yeah,
okay
but
with the government telling what you can
okay,
and can't do within your own home?
okay, yeah. So I'm going to put this to you. I'm going to put this to you. All right, you've got a child and a parent, couple of mother and father, and the father's molesting the child. What next? Self-governing. Can't do anything about it. Self-governing. Police can't come into your house. Self-governing. It's happening under your roof. Self-governing. You're growing. You got a meth lab in your bathroom. Police can't do anything about it. But you're doing it wrong and it's killing people. Self-governing. Can't do anything about it.
Well, family members will probably do something about it. They'll probably find
Yeah,
others. I mean, it fixes itself out. I mean, even with the surveillance system, the government's not going to stop a parent or a family member from molesting children. It's still going to happen. It's just the repercussions of what happens once they're caught. So
Exactly.
even with governance,
So what happens? What happens in self-governing instance when the parent gets caught molesting the child? What happens?
probably
What happens to them?
that person probably gets killed.
It kind of sounds like Ryan wants justice for pre-crime. He's like, well, if we
What?
think you're growing meth or marijuana in your house, we can come in.
Nah, I think that's putting
No,
words
no, no,
into
no, no,
Ryan's
no.
mouth there,
No,
Aaron.
no,
That's
no,
going a
no.
I
little too
know.
far.
I'm gonna go there.
What I'm saying is that if there's
I'll go there.
evidence of a crime happening in somebody's
But there is
house,
no evidence. So that's what self-governance is about. Like, as long as you conduct yourself and your family and within your neighborhood,
but
you know,
but see, the thing is,
as a community,
there's external
then everybody
situations
knows
where
everybody, and we don't need a government to tell me
I
what
know no one in my community.
how to build my house,
I know
how
no one
to
in my community.
conduct my household.
I know
Right?
no one. So
I
what
don't need
next?
that.
What
Okay?
next? I know no one. What next?
I'm just saying we don't need. I don't need a government, especially I'm not going to pay for it. A government, some bunch of suits that we pay for to tell
No, you
me
don't. You know you don't
how
just
to
pay for
run our
people to sit in an
neighborhood,
office. You know you
basically
don't
our
just pay for
community.
people to sit in an office, Aaron. You know that, right?
We
You
just
pay for
don't need it.
roads, you pay for
We don't
police, you
need
pay
it.
for fire, you pay for
We don't
parks that
need
they
it.
aren't allowed to.
No. If my neighbor's house is on fire, I'm going to stand out there with my hose and put the fire out.
Oh yeah, that works well. Yeah, that
Absolutely.
works well. Yeah, that
Absolutely.
works well. That saves the
That
house.
reminds me. There was someone was talking about firefighters, how they're preventing even volunteers from fighting fire in some area that's burning, and I just thought that was just weird because the government's trying to handle the situation or just control it and not let firefighters do their job. Even
They use
volunteers. I don't know
they're
where it's
using
from.
prisoners in California.
Good
They're
point,
using
Ivan. Good
prisoners.
point. Exactly.
They're using prisoners, and they're paying them like $1 a day to fight fires with no training, no expertise, nothing.
What
That's what
training
they're
does it
doing.
take to hold a hose?
Really?
That's why
You know nothing about
certain services
bushfires.
are volunteer. Okay, how come the police force isn't volunteer? How come that's not volunteer? Right?
Because
Oh,
the
but
the police force does in America, in some cities do have volunteers, in some,
yeah, because you
especially in
got to
small
bust
towns.
people, because you got to
And
pull arms on people, because you got to fucking, you got to tell them, get
I
down,
love how you keep
get
cutting me
out of the
off. You know,
car,
you
Yeah,
get
complained
out.
about me cutting you
Right?
off,
yeah.
right? You complained about
Aaron,
me
can
cutting
you
you off,
try to stop cutting him off?
Sorry.
right? The thing is, in Australia, we have bushfires every year, right? And they're massive, especially the ones that just happened over the last month in Queensland, New South Wales. Now, if we didn't have volunteer firefighters that went to these fires from nearly every state in the country to fight these fires, then these fires would go uncontrolled and just burn billions of dollars worth of assets. Okay, so you need that. You need to pay for that. You need to pay for the fire engines. You need to pay. But it's not. You're not paying for the people, but you're paying for all
I
the
know, 'cause they're
equipment that they use. You're paying for all the equipment that they use. You're paying. We hire the Victorian government every year hires a helicopter from the USA to help fight the fires.
the Victorian government doesn't pay for it. You do, right?
Yeah, but we give the money to
Yeah,
Victorian government to
you're the
use it.
payer.
So
You are the
hang
payer.
on, hang on. If you give money to someone, right, and they go off and spend it, right?
Hmm?
Is it your money or their money that they're spending?
It's your money. It's my
Well,
money.
wrong because you gave it to them.
No. It was
You
almost
gave
a
it to them.
it was almost a forced pay because you have to
You
pay it through property tax or you have to pay it through sales tax. It's a compulsory pay. You almost you it's you know what I mean. We're
what
almost
happens to
we're
society if
almost
there is no
forced,
government?
we're almost forced to pay these government positions to exist. And there are certain positions that I do agree with, such as fire departments, um, local policing departments, local, not massive, not statewide. Just little things, right? But not 30% of my paycheck. I don't want 30% of my paycheck every week, 3 hours of an 8 hour day to go to a entity that I don't know where it goes to. Fuck that. Come on.
So do you honestly think that paying 30% of your pay is too much for
It's
everything that
much, dude.
everything that the government
It's way
funds?
too much, and a lot of people think
Everything that the government funds.
yeah, I'm not the only one saying that 30% is way too much.
Oh, of course you're not. But you know what? Nothing's for free in this world.
I'm
Unless
not.
you expect everything to
I'm
run
not
through a
saying
voluntary.
we are the ones. We are the ones. Nothing's for free. We grant. We grant these institutions to exist. The people grant a fire department. We grant a city. We, the people, pay for that. We
Yeah.
pay for certain services to exist,
Mm-hmm.
only to exist. And so we can if they get out of hand, if they start taxing us too much, like city councils, city representatives, uh, just we can take our money back, right?
You know what
And say,
the
hey,
problem is? You know what the problem is that you sit there and say that we pay too much in tax, right? I don't pay tax because I'm on a government pension, right? But the thing is, we don't pay enough tax because
if,
the
if,
government
if
has
you're
to
on the
create
government,
money.
if you're
The
on the
government
government,
has to create money.
if you're on the
It
government,
has to
Hold
print
on,
more
hold on,
money.
hold on.
It has to print more money each year to cover the expenses that they incur. So health, schools, education, border security, everything that the government pays for, we don't pay enough in tax. Now, you, as somebody who's probably not a millionaire, I don't know. I'm only making the assumption because I don't know very many millionaires that sit on a small stream on YouTube fighting it out, right? But why is it in America that the top 1% or top 1.1% pays less tax at a marginal rate than what poor people do, low income earners do? So why are people who make billions of dollars a year paying less of a percentage of their tax than what poor people are? That's the problem here. If people who had oodles and absolute, swimming in money, especially companies like Amazon and Apple and all these companies that make billions of dollars a year, who minimize tax, and in Amazon's case, pay zero tax. You may have paid $4,000 in tax this year, right, and earned what, $30,000, while a company that made billions of dollars, and their owner is 145 billion dollars rich, is sitting there while a company's paying nothing but using the roads, the infrastructure, the system,
because
everything,
it's
ports, airports, everything that's paid by the taxpayer, and they're not paying any tax at all. But
because the
yet,
US,
Hold on, Aaron.
but,
I'll
yet,
let you speak same amount of time
yeah, hang on,
after Ryan's
I'm
done.
nearly finished. But yet,
Kim,
you're complaining about your 30% tax. Why aren't you going after these people who have got massive amounts of wealth to pay their fair share of tax so you don't have to pay as much?
I don't know. Go, Kim.
All right, Aaron, if you want to speak for 2 minutes, that's the same amount of time as Ryan, if you want.
No, I'll cede to you because you tried to cut in earlier.
Oh no,
But
no, no. I'm just trying to moderate you two guys. It's fine. I mean, if you want my
well,
opinion on
I would
something,
say
just
I would just say one very simple system right now. It's a fascist system here in the USA. Fascist meaning corporate controlled system. That's why Amazon, Boeing, Microsoft, Apple, gee whiz, GE. I mean, name the corporation. You just name it. That's why they don't pay tax. Is because the government here in the U.S. is not a Republican form of government anymore. It's been changed somehow through. the Industrial Revolution to a fascist form of government, which is why the people are turned into economic slaves called employees. That's what a employee is, right? If you employ somebody, if I ever employ against against Kim, if I employ, it's a trick, it's a change. Employee, there you go. You got an employee, boom. You're tricking them. You're giving them the way to make money, to make resources for their family, but only to a certain extent. They can never get up above that because you have to have the class system. You got to keep people down, keep them up, some people down, and it just ends up with all the rich people at the top, which I can't say it's bad, right? I just can't say it's bad. I just don't. I don't think it's right at all. But without that, without a class system, Kim, can I get your point of view? Like, without rich people at the top, would we even have jobs? You know what I mean? Like in your field of study and all that shit. Like, what if there was nobody up there? You know?
I mean, if all the wealthy people got onto like their own cruise ships and just left for good, people would still be doing what they need to do, and they'd probably some would probably fill their positions, and it really wouldn't affect the everyday normal person who's doing their own thing.
I kind of agree, right? But we haven't had that experience, because
Yeah.
those people haven't got on cruise ships and left. They've been kind of controlling the whole system ever since, and that includes the money system, which Ryan was talking about. Like, he doesn't seem to think that the rich people control the money system, which I believe they do, of course.
I absolutely do think they control the money system. Absolutely. Fully 100%.
Well, then there's your bread and butter. Like, why not just stop it right there and say, if I'm only allowed what the money creators are allowed to give me, or what they make to give me, then how can I be rich? How can you be rich? Even though you're skilled, you do all the work, you do the best you can all your whole fucking life. How can you, if you don't control the money, and the money system is controlled, then oh wow, right? Once you realize this, you're just like, fuck it.
Like I said at the start, right, when you asked me about government and all that type of stuff, when I said the rich pay the government, i.e., politicians, to legislate in their favor, i.e., demolishing unions, not
Why would
increasing the minimum wage,
why,
all
why
these
would
things that go against employees, they lobby for. And that's why they lobby. And that's the problem with the system, is the people
Ebon?
with
I'm
all the
gonna cut him
money,
off. Ebon, I'm gonna cut him off.
people with all the money
Just
May
just
live
wait.
try to control the people with the power.
so hard.
Okay? It's pretty simple. It's not hard to.
Okay, go ahead, Aaron.
So Ryan, these people that obviously we know our life is controlled by the money system. Um, we obviously know it's controlled by uh, corporations and power. And as self-governing humans who grant power to a government, we grant power to corporations. All these people that grant power, we are the ones that own this land. We own all the resources, all the people of your land, my land. We own all these resources. We grant it to these entities to exist. Why would I vote for someone to take more of my land? Why would I vote for someone to take more of my property and then charge me for it? You know, more tax. Why would I? Why is a voting system? Why would I have a government that just sits there and feeds off of the payer? It just sits there and feeds off of the funder, the guy that funds it, things like Ebon, like me, like you. It just feeds off of it, and then we're sitting here on Ebon's channel complaining about it. Why? Ah, do you feel me? Or did that make sense?
I understand, but what I'm saying is that not every politician has the same view on everything. Okay, so you may not vote in the presidential election because
Never.
the president
I don't vote on
candidates
local elections. I don't
the hang on, let me finish. The president candidates are shit. And I would understand that you're not voting in 2016.
I don't need
if I lived in the USA, I wouldn't have voted. But there are people in local and state government, dude. There are people in state and local government who may have the same opinion as you, who may not want to sell off a bit of land to
business. It's a profit-driven position. Those people that hold seats are only there for profit. They don't hold them because they love the community. No. It used to be that way. It used to, when there was no profit involved. But now it's a money-driven industry. Right?
Well, from what I've seen in my local government and my state government, that's turning around. Okay, federally, it's still the same. It's money, money, money. But state and local is different.
Who funds those? Who funds those seats?
The people.
Well, bring it back home.
Well, actually, the people actually don't fund local government positions.
Okay, who does
we pay for the people who work for the government, but we don't actually. The politicians in local governments don't get paid. They do it on a voluntary basis.
Oh my God, this is okay. So in Australia, the federal, the national government positions don't get paid.
No, you're not listening to me. All right. What I said is that the local government don't get paid. So my local council don't. The politicians that sit on the council don't get paid.
So the ones that come to appraise your property and then collect tax from you, they don't get paid?
The people who work for the council do, but the politicians don't. The people who make the decisions.
The ones that come to your property and appraise it and say, you owe us this much every fucking year. They don't get paid?
They don't do that here, though. They don't do that. They don't do that here. They make a guesstimation, and they put a percentage, and your property is always undervalued by the council.
And they send you a bill, right? You know,
yeah.
Based upon.
Well, you need to fund things to clean the place up. You need to fund it for parks. You need to fund it.
Yeah, what they call comps. You know, comparables. Your neighbor's house might be worth $2 million. Yours is worth 100,000. Your tax bill is going to be higher based upon your neighbors, right?
Oh no. It's not done like that here. It's no, it's not.
That's how they do it.
So you as an American, right, is telling me how my local government works.
I guarantee
that's not how it works. It works on the suburb that you're in, and then the building that's on that property.
So you pay tax, right? You pay property tax, right?
Yeah. Everybody does. Everybody who owns a property does.
Oh, wow. So there is no private property in Australia?
Yeah. But you still need to pay a certain amount of money to keep your area, like the road in front of your house, the footpath in front of your house, the park in your neighborhood, clean. building public facilities. That needs to happen too. You know what I mean? It's
Hold
not.
on.
It's not.
The
It's
road.
not. No, stop telling me to hold on and stop interrupting me because
You're
you're doing it a hell of a lot and it's shitting me up the wall.
You know I'm about to rip you up. That
No,
road
you're not.
to your
You're
house,
not.
that road
You're not
drive-
gonna.
Let's keep
You're
it a
not
little
gonna
bit
rip
civil,
me
guys.
up.
You guys need me to
Rip me up.
moderate?
Yes, moderate.
Rip
Let me go.
me up
Let
by
me go.
somebody who
Alright.
doesn't want government.
All right.
Let me go, Kim. Let me
Aaron,
go. I'm on
okay,
the-
you can have however much time, and Ryan will have equal time after. Go ahead.
I just want to say a couple things. Ryan, that road in front of your house that you say they're charging you tax on, well, that road in front of your house is paid for by the fuel gas tax that everybody drives up and down it on. It's not paid for by your property tax.
Not in Australia. You're very
Wait.
American central.
All right.
You're very centrist.
Just hold
You're
it.
wrong.
Just hold it, Ryan. Keep going, Aaron.
Second thing, that public park that you pay for, it's not paid for by your property tax that they're charging you for over there. They're coming to your house and fucking making you pay for money. That's paid for by sales tax. When you go to the local grocery store and you contribute to the local community by paying the local sales tax. Very good. That pays for the parks. That pays for a whole bunch of services. Okay, everybody that stops through your town pays for that. That's awesome. So don't tell me that your property tax is paying for the road in front of your house and the public park or the school or anything. It's not doing that. These people that you vote for are coming onto your property and telling you that you owe them a certain value of your property that they assess. That's it. I'm done. Thank you, Kim.
No
Okay,
problem.
you didn't burn me up. You just proved how ignorant you are because you
All right.
know nothing about Australia.
All right.
Okay.
No ad hominems. Just go ahead for a minute and a half, Ryan.
Okay. One, local roads are managed and taken care of by local government. They're not taken care of by the state government where the GST goes. The GST is collected by the federal government and it's distributed by the federal government to state governments, not evenly, right? And then the state governments can spend that money wherever they see fit. Two, parks are built generally by developers who are developing the area, but maintenance falls back onto the council. Okay. Secondly, facilities are built by the council. So we have a lot of football, a lot of basketball, a lot of everything else. And these facilities need to be run by people and we need to pay for that. That's not run by the state government. That's run by the local council. Okay. So there's a lot of things that you're not understanding about Australia and how Australia runs. So local roads are managed by the local government. Then when it becomes to highways and freeways and larger roads, they're governed by the state and they're fixed by the state government. And that's where the GST and other state taxes are spent. So this whole idea that I'm paying them for pretty much nothing is laughable. I'm paying them to look after the suburb that I live in,
Well,
and they're not doing a very good job of it.
what is the GST or the SST like? What you mentioned some terms that we don't have here in the U.S. So I agree
Sales
with-
tax,
Maybe I'm off.
GST sales tax. It's across most things in Australia. It was implemented by the federal government.
Does that include your property?
Yes, you have to
Okay,
pay GST
so-
on your property.
So you live in a communist state. If everything's across the board, that's communist.
And we have a conservative government.
Would you agree?
We have a conservative government. Doesn't make any sense. How can you have a right wing?
I know it might be called, but if you think about that, if everything's across the board where you have to pay for everything, for every other person, that's a communist style of community style of payment. Communist is a hard word, so let me go community. It's a community payment, right? Your neighbor does it, you do it, your other neighbor does it, all neighborhoods do it across the whole country, right? It's a community style payment to support a government, right?
All right. Hey guys, it's getting a little bit late. I do want to wrap it up in about 15-30 minutes, just so you guys
Mhm.
know.
Okay.
So the GST isn't paid. So general sales tax is not applied to essentials like food items, essential food items.
I know we're talking about property.
Okay. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
so
saying.
don't go to how you buy your lettuce.
No. I'm trying to explain how the system works.
Just let them
Okay.
go. Let them go at it, Aaron.
So a non-essential would be a property, a car, anything that you need that's not essential to survive. So the thing is, the federal government, the conservative, the right-wing government, who everybody thinks is like small government.
Your government, actually.
No, small government,
It's
right? Yeah, my government. But if you can let me talk, then instead of
Stop with these little
interrupting me,
interruptions. Come on, you guys. All right.
right?
Sorry.
Most people who want small government are conservative, right? That's generally how it is, because the conservatives run on small government principles, but rarely implement small government policy. Okay, so you've got a federal government back in the late 90s and noughties who implemented a GST, a sales tax, right? Now, if that's not big government, I don't know what is. And it was federally. So it applied to every territory, every state and territory in Australia. So no one could escape it, right? Then what they did with that is, because rich people were complaining about Australians being able to buy things from overseas without a GST attached to it, then the government turned around, being big government, being a small government, turned around and said, okay, we're going to start implementing a GST on top of imports. Right? So the idea that conservatives want a small government. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought because I'm watching something else on Twitch.
It's okay. We're on property tax and GST,
Yeah.
and I want to know.
So the idea that GST is a and it was just another thing to raise revenue for the states in Australia. That's all it was. Okay, because the federal government didn't want to give states any more money. But the problem with the GST system is that it's not distributed to the amount of money. So say, because Victoria is the second biggest state, New South Wales is the biggest state, they fund more of the smallest state.
Proportional, right? The tax rate wasn't proportional.
No, it's 10% across the board, right? No matter where you are, it's 10%. But the problem is that say California, everybody in America had GST, right? Every state, 10% GST across the board, right? Then you had California with 20 million people, fifth biggest economy in the world, brings in, let's say, $300 billion in GST revenue for the federal government, right? Then you have somewhere like Kansas that has not even a million, just over a million. I don't know exactly how many people there are in Kansas, and they only raise, say, $10 billion in GST. But because Kansas is a smaller state, smaller and poorer state, a lot of that money from California gets funneled into Kansas. And that's how it works here, is the smaller states in population get more of the cut of the money. And this is the problem with the GST. I don't have a problem with the GST at all.
But that's to make it balance, isn't it? You think? Or
but
get more of a cut of the federal funding to possibly increase growth and population and cities, or isn't that kind of a how they do that? Or
then what does California do? California might need that money
to a little bit different. Right? Here in the States, a little bit different. We do have a federalist government, but at the same time, the states themselves are independent.
Yeah, and the states do their own sales tax.
California can recede from the U.S. anytime it wants with the vote of the people. That's so.
It won't.
Yeah, but Australia can't do that.
California will sink into the sea through global warming before it actually succeeds.
But realistically, that would never happen.
Yeah, but the thing is that I don't believe in governments in like intruding into people's lives. I don't like that. Never have, never will. I don't believe that, governments should be allowed to storm in your house and do whatever they want and that there needs to be like undisputed evidence that there's something happening in your house. And if there's a minute question
or
that
more than that, like warrant issue, right?
even like
there
warrants,
has to be a local judge to look at the evidence and say, I grant the authority from the people to break into that guy's house.
Mm-hmm. I don't think warrants are even tight enough. I think warrants need to be tighter. Like to get a warrant, not to enforce a warrant, to get a warrant. Yeah. I don't think police can just walk into a judge and say, look, here's something from an informant that got from another informant, and here's our evidence.
Some regular, maybe some arbitrary information we have, and we need to go into this guy's house. But here in the U.S., that's what they're doing. They're just putting this information in front of a judge. He's going, ooh, $signs, hell yeah, and he's putting his signature down and just breaking into folks' homes here in the U.S.
And I disagree with that. They're doing the same here. They're doing the same here. The Victoria Police are actually being sued at the moment by a guy who was his place was raided by mistake. They raided the wrong house, and they ruined his shoulder. Like literally, he's disabled now.
Took him down,
threw him to the ground, pinned him under knees, swearing at him and all this other type of stuff.
In the wrong house.
In the wrong house. Wrong house.
Oh my God.
And that's what I'm against. As somebody who's been a victim of police violence and brutality, I am against that. There needs to be like undisputable evidence that this person's house needs to be raided. If it's on a whim of an informant, then I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all. There needs to be, and that's the same. Even when I brought up the child who was molested by the parent, there needs to be undisputed evidence that this is happening for them to go into the house, or they need to do the arresting away from the house. You can't just storm into someone's property because you have an assumption.
As a government with a badge, just to say, I own this place and bang down the door. You can't do. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's a badge, costume, and a gun. That's all it is. And that's my problem with government, is the fact that they're going, like, we need government to do basic things like care for people. And that's what I want government to do. I want government to care for people. I don't want government to scare people.
Yeah, but that's what they've been doing recently, in your country.
And I'm not for that. I'll never be for that.
And my point, when I was getting a little aggressive with you, Ryan, I'm sorry about that, but that's what people are paying for, to support this government. We want to support the good parts of it, the benefit parts of it, the privileges, the good things. But yet at the same time, we're supporting that badge and the warrant and the busting open the door. We have to support, if we're supporting this part over here, the good part, we have to support the enforcement part. Mm-hmm. And these guys are just getting out of control.
Currently that's the problem. at the moment is that we're not standing up against this bad part of the government. And it is a bad part of the government. I don't agree with it at all. I don't agree with bursting into people's houses. I don't agree with police brutality. I don't agree with shooting people for the sake of shooting people because I thought they were reaching. That's not on. You know,
It's not.
you either know that they're reaching,
Yeah.
right, and you see a gun before you draw your
fear
gun.
for your life. You fear for your life. If you're wearing a badge, and if you see some guy racing, you fear for your life, and you stand back and take a defensive position. You don't immediately go for the kill,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know what I mean? That's like I'm not even a cop. I'm just thinking like that's how it should be. If you see a guy reaching,
So my other
just
concern
keep an
is,
eye.
yeah, my other concern is that police make out as if their jobs are the most dangerous jobs in the world when they're not. They're
No,
not.
no, it's not. No,
They're not dangerous. I mean, there are more people killed in manufacturing and construction than
exactly.
there are
Falling off ladders. Yeah.
falling off ladders, being crushed by machinery, all this other type of stuff, right? And there's nothing out there to say, hey, look, you know, construction workers are in the most dangerous job and they get to do whatever they want. They get to kill anybody that they want because they're in a dangerous job.
Exactly.
I mean,
Dude, you're so
you
right.
you go into a job like a police, like to be a police officer. You know it's dangerous.
Well,
You know.
it could be dangerous. See, they're trained for every single situation. When they pull you over, they got their gun, their hand on their gun, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they pull you over, Ryan, they're just like, we don't know this guy. We don't know. Like walking up like you're a terrorist. Dude, you got pulled over for a taillight. It's like, but they walk up as if you're just like you got bombs in your car or,
Yep.
the extreme situation.
Yep. And
Like,
they do the
come
same
on.
here. We don't even have guns, and they do the same here.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, but this is where, on the one, like I said, on the one side of the government where they're supposed to help people, and that's what governments are supposed to do. They're supposed to lift people out of poverty. That's their job, is to lift people out of poverty, right? To make a system as fair as possible. But we're not there because of the system has been rigged by the rich and the powerful to manipulate and lobby the people who make the laws. And that's where we're at the moment. And I think there's a big pushback at the moment. There's a huge pushback at the moment, and it's only going to get
Right.
it's only going to get bigger.
We got started off on the wrong foot, me and you, about my views of self-governance and all that bullshit. But in the end, it is about what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
And my biggest concern right now is the overstep of government into our private life. And the one way they do that is with the police force.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, policing everything. Like if your mailbox number is wrong here in the U.S., they're like, "Whoop, fine, gotta get a fine." Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Just really like minuscule things. Like, what? I thought we owned our property. I thought we were free people. I thought we were,
Mm-hmm.
this is the USA, right? It's supposed to be this free country.
Things like that, I don't agree with. Like fines, like walking across a street, and getting a fine for jaywalking is mind blowing to me. I mean, you're an adult. You're supposed to know and understand how to cross a road and when it's dangerous or not. Okay, but when it comes to signage on road rules and stuff like that, I'm a big believer that there are people who know better than what I do about the safety of the road and the road conditions, that tell me where I should be driving so I know how to drive safely.
I do agree with road signage, but not in the neighborhood. Okay. Well, not that I don't agree with it, but I'm just saying like that stop sign doesn't tell me to stop. I already know to stop, right? Like I'm a human. Like I'm a conscious, living, breathing man. Like I know to stop. If that sign wasn't there, I'd still stop. But
Yeah.
you're right. People need that. Certain people need that
Hmm.
because they're just not quite conscious enough to understand like what's going on there. Like, oh, stop sign in a neighborhood. Okay, and then
But then there's a catch-22 to that argument that I think that those signs need to be there is the fact that penalizing people large sums of money for blowing that stop
we're
sign
blowing
is
this.
crazy. Is crazy.
It's
I mean,
$178 here if you blow a
hmm
stop sign in a neighborhood.
hmm
What? What does blow mean? You don't come to a
you
complete
don't stop.
or
Yeah, you don't come. You don't. I think in Australia you have to sit at a stop, like in Victoria,
for
because it
3 seconds
differs from
or
3
something.
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 seconds.
And if there's a cop there and you don't do it for 3 seconds, then you can get ticketed.
Yeah,
And
even if you sat there for 3 seconds and he feels that you didn't sit there for 3 seconds, he can still book you.
Exactly.
And that's the problem. And the problem is if you go to court and you fight it, your opinion is not believed as much as what the police's opinion.
Oh yeah. He'll
So
say 2 seconds. Yeah.
yeah, and that's another problem that I have with this police state.
You think the judges and the cops are all kind of on the same
Oh,
page?
they're all in cahoots, mate.
I believe it. Yep. I believe it.
All in
All
cahoots.
100% all day long. Yep. They're all on the same thing.
They all get paid by the same people.
The state. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's
And
one
who
entity.
and what do they need? What do they need to pay
Money.
them? They need money. And where do they get the money? A little bit from taxes, but what
Stop
else? They
sign
need to find
taxes.
people with traffic offences and other, drug offences, any criminal offence that warrants a fine instead of imprisonment.
And they also, yeah, you're right. They claim these like a stop sign roll through. That's called criminal. What?
Mm-hmm.
It's criminal. What the hell? How is that criminal? I thought robbing a house or breaking and entering or armed robbery or breaking into a bank, that's criminal. No, if you roll through a stop sign, that's criminal. Now, like what the fuck? Because they want to up the charge.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. So
They want to up the charge, but they also want to up the fine. If it was just a civil penalty, then you really can't justify $175, can you?
Really.
And they say it's a deterrent, but it's not. I mean, the thing is, like they say in Australia, like we keep a road toll, and we get informed about the road toll nearly every day on the news and all that type of stuff. How many people have died on the roads in car accidents
Oh, gee.
or involving cars? It's higher now than it was in the last 10 years. So all these speeding cameras, all these red light cameras, all these
Safety precautions.
Yeah, and now they're implementing cameras that can take photos of you while you're using your mobile phone.
Amounted to a 10-fold times of death.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a road just west of Melbourne. It's called Alexander Parade, and in the space of less than a mile, there's 4 speeding red light cameras at different intersections.
Yeah.
On that one stretch of road. 4 of them. Now, if that's not revenue raising, I don't know what is.
Thank you, taxpayers. Yeah. Who paid for those cameras? We did.
We did.
Who's paying for those cameras as they catch every little oops, oh, he almost didn't make it. Boom, red light.
Mm-hmm. And you know what the funny thing is if you blow a red light, if you go through a red light and you get snapped, you get a photo taken, and you've pulled up, right? You've come to a stop, but you've gone over the line, and it takes a photo of you. When you reverse back, it takes another photo of you.
No way.
You get fined twice.
See, that is so bad. That is just worse. That is
Mhm.
bad.
Get fined twice.
Ah.
And
And who? Hey, you pay for that, right? Right?
yeah, hang on. Let me have a look at a red light camera. Fine, Victoria.
I think
$413.
Ebon's over here moaning and groaning.
Oh, I was just stretching. I do want to end it, but I'm glad you guys are getting along. Now that you guys had some room to air out you guys'
Yeah, differences. Yes.
yeah, differences.
It's about $325 to run a red light.
Oh my
Ouch.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Ebon, if you let it roll for a minute, I mean, me and Ryan are on a roll. Just
Oh no, I've got to go. It's nearly 8 o'clock, and I haven't had dinner yet.
We'll have time to talk many other nights, guys.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for stopping in, Aaron. Thanks for stopping in, Ryan. Everybody on that are watching, thanks for viewing. People who chat, thank you. Kathleen Cohn donated like 5 super chats of like $2 each. Pretty
Cool,
awesome.
cool.
Thank you for that.
I want my cut.
So we'll see you guys another night. I'll probably add in Twitch and just kind of let people know that I'm on Twitch as well now. And I'll explore some other platforms that are out there too, just so if people want, they can just kind of get more insight on places to move to. That's not YouTube anymore. If YouTube is going to currently censor, except I'll probably still be doing stuff on YouTube till they outright remove me. So
That's what I kind of wanted to know. Yeah. So you're moving on. You got other platforms and stuff.
yeah, I've already have multiple platforms I'm on already. I know that YouTube's been censoring and doing some wacky stuff, shadow banning and things like that. But I like to keep it around. Just I want to force their hand. I don't want them to force me to move just because I'm gonna think they're gonna do something to me. I'm just gonna, I'm already moved. If they do something to me, that's just fuel to add to the fire.
Cool.
All right. See you guys.
All right. Catch us later.
See ya.
Nice
Thank you,
chatting.
Ebon. Nice meeting you, Ryan. Yeah, we'll
Same.
talk.
Bye. All.
All right. See ya. Bye.